Modest Trees Distantly tutorial series. Today we're going to be looking at Distantly through the perspective of the speaker. So today we've already logged in to my account, and I've registered and gone through the first time profile creation. And I've received an invite. So after your registration process, you're going to get a pop-up with your invite to the event. So here I've been invited to this event as a speaker, and all I have to do is hit accept. If for some reason you don't get that pop-up, or if you're invited later on, right up here in the top right hand corner is the notification bell, and here you can see all of your event invites. Now that I've accepted my event, if I uncollapse the events section on the sidebar, I can see my list of events, so I've only been invited to this one event. If I have multiple events, I can see them at a glance, and they'll be shown in a tile view, where I can go to the event, or I can uncollapse it in the sidebar and go to the event from there. This is the dashboard of your event, and this is where you can see your description and the agenda of sessions. So I can see the active session that lines up with this red line. And if I go to the session tab, I can see the list of sessions. So I can see I'm listed as a speaker in this session. And there's a couple ways as a speaker I can join a session that I'm speaking in. Either through the session tab here by clicking join, through the dashboard by clicking on the event in the agenda and clicking join, or through the details page and clicking join for there. Here I can see all the list of panelists. There's me and Patrick. So when I join, I'm going to see the speaker view. So I've joined the call. And here's where I can wait for my other speakers to join the call. So here I can see that Patrick has now joined me. And we can see and hear each other if we take ourselves off mute with this button, or show or hide our video with this button. Now we can see and hear each other, but our participants won't be able to see or hear us yet, not until we go live, where we will get to that later. If for some reason you have not allowed your microphone or camera permissions in the browser itself, you might have experienced microphone or camera issues. We can allow the browser to use our microphone and camera by coming up to this lock icon. So here we can allow or deny the camera or microphone settings manually if for some reason you do not allow them in the first place. So a couple things to go over in the chat itself. If you click the tile view, you bring that into view. You can go to tile view or list view, and when you want to share your screen with your viewers, in the bottom left is your share screen button. Here you want to click and share your entire screen. And if you want audio with it, you need to hit this toggle on in the bottom left corner, share audio. This is especially important when you want to share video, because you want them to hear the audio of the video as well. So then you hit share, and your screen will be shared with the audience. Now, when we're done sharing our screen, we can just click the same button we did to start it in the bottom left-hand corner. On the right-hand side is the live chat, and this will be active during the start of the session. This, you can speak with your participants without going live, and while you are live. In order to go live, only one member of the call needs to hit go live. So I click go live, and it will start loading. Now we want to wait for the verbal cue. Live
streaming is on.
Live streaming is on. And once we hear that verbal cue, then we know that you are now visible and audible to your participants, as long as you make sure you're not on mute. This is mute, this is not mute. And from now on, your participants will see and hear what you say and do. Now, it's important to note that there will be a 10 to 20 second delay between what you say and when they hear it. So if you ask a question, it will be about 10 to 20 second delay before they start to answer you in the chat. And likewise, if they ask a question in the chat, they won't hear your response for 10 to 20 seconds later. As a participant, people, if your session is playing in the main stage, they can join on the main stage and view you. Now, I'll show you what it looks like in the chat. They won't hear your from the live stream perspective. So this is what it looks like from the participant view. They will see your live stream, and it will update as you're speaking. So I'll go back and join the session as a speaker.
Live streaming is on.
And when you join a call that you've dropped and you are live, you will get that prompt that live streaming is on to make sure you know it is not a private call and that you are visible and audible, if you're not on mute, to the audience. You will continue to be live until someone in the group hits stop streaming. Only one person needs to hit stop streaming for everyone to not be live anymore. So when I'm ready, I hit stop streaming. And you'll see it's loading. You are still live until you get the cue that live streaming has stopped.
Live streaming has stopped.
And once you hear that verbal cue, you know that live streaming has stopped, and anything you say and do will now not be seen by your audience. If for some reason you were to go live and you did not get that verbal cue or the notification that streaming has started, you can try to hit go live again, and that will restart the stream. If for some reason someone else in your group also hits go live after you've gone live, it's not a problem. They will get a warning that the stream is busy. This is just because you are already live and you can't go live twice. So that's all there is to being a speaker. You just want to make sure you join your session on time. Speakers will be allowed to go into their session before the speaking time, but they will not be able to go live until the time of the session has begun. Make sure you're not on mute. Make sure you have your video on if you choose to, and that you know how to share your screen with audio if you want audio to be heard by your audience, and that you've hit go live. No one will see anything unless you go live. And then when you're done your stream, you want to stop the stream. And then your session will end. That's all there's to it. When you're finished, end your call.